5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright, so this is The Missing Link. It's an Ocarina of Time ROM hack by Kaze, but also Zell and CDI Fails and a bunch of other people. Like, I recognize some of the names that worked on it, and they're people from like the Zelda speedrunning community who have been responsible for a lot of work on getting Virtual Console to work, and like they're behind the current Ocarina of Time decompilation project. So this is next level in terms of quality for an Ocarina of Time ROM hack. The main downside is that it's very short, but the plus side for you guys who wouldn't have played this, I'm sure, is that in this category I'm only going to skip like 2 very short cutscenes, so you guys are going to get to see the bulk of the story. So I'll try not to talk too much over text boxes like now. This is a category without any restrictions on like what glitches I can do, more or less. And so you're going to see a couple of confusing glitches. I'll try my best to explain them while I'm doing them. I'll probably have a lot of time because I am a little bit out of practice because, as you know, I usually play Mario. It's been 2 years since I was an Ocarina of Time speedrunner. Alright, so here we are in the Kokiri Forest. And first off, we're going to go over to Saria's house, because she has left something for us. My movement is a little scuffed. Yep, missed the door. So basically the only things we're really skipping in this area is it's just like it has a sign that teaches you this song, but you already know it, like in the menu. I don't think the songs are actually technically on the pause menu, so it's not part of 100%. So the item we're going to get now is somewhat like the beta sword from Ocarina of Time. So it actually shoots a beam out when you swing, like classic Zelda. But that's only when you're at full health, so I'm going to be trying to maintain full health most of the time. But fortunately, I do have to get all the heart pieces, and that will restore my health, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Oops. Should not have been spamming B there. Alright, so now we've got this fancy Soul Charge Kokiri sword, which is green and shoots fire. But Saria's not here. And so we're going to go grab a heart piece, which is supposed to be one that you collect at the end of the game. But... oh shit, missed off. But the thing is, Kaze didn't know about this C-up thing, where you can change the camera angle, so you can actually just backflip. But you can see the platforms down the bottom. You're meant to use the bunny hood, which makes you run faster to do that jump. So that's a huge time save in the run. It's very, very silly. Because it's like the first thing most people who are familiar with like Ocarina of Time movement would have tried. Alright, so there's a tree across like a little chasm over here. So I'm just going to try and set fire to it. Ugh. I am very rusty, I'm afraid. I was considering using cute chat, but, you know. So I'm going to stick to this wall here to try and not trigger the other one of these guys and get hit like that. We can still fire, like, by doing a rotation like that. Oh my gosh. I am losing my mind, sorry. I'll have to do it the slow way. So you can still charge it up. It doesn't work from a quick spin, unfortunately. But you can see where like a lot of the importance of going fast is. So like take a little bit of damage and all of a sudden you've just like completely lost track of like your ability to do stuff. Like here. Ugh. Alright, quick note, I can't actually see this hole ahead of me. Oh my god. I was gonna try and backwalk. My screen is very dark that I'm using. I'm on Wii Virtual Console, so I can't quite see as well as you guys can. So specifically in this area down here, I can't see these holes. Well, where did they go? So that was a completely blind jump for me. Can't see any of this here, which I can't do at full speed or I fall in the hole. If you missed my introduction, this hack is was a project led by Kaze Manuel, and it's called The Missing Link, and it takes place between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So far, basically what we're seeing is that Navi is missing, and so is Saria, but she's left us a sword. And those guys just there were telling us that 23 is number one. If you're familiar with Vanilla Ocarina of Time, it is the answer to a puzzle coming up. Is this the right way? I think this is the right way. Here it is. So you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but this is number 2. This is number 3. And this is number 1. So this is somewhat like the Kakariko village of this game. There's a bunch of people here who are like cursed. We're gonna try and like lift the curse, and then we'll be able to buy bomb shoes from the shopkeeper. And here's Saria. I mean, it's very normal for a ghostly green apparition of your friend to just suddenly appear out of your sword, right? I'm sure that she's doing fine. Alright, so I've got to get a bunch of rupees for all the things I've got to buy during this run. Fortunately, we have this room full of pots here. Unfortunately, I'm really bad at remembering which pots have which rupees in them. And this one? There we go. So there is one temple in this hack, which introduces one item. There's a total of 6 hearts, once you've collected all of the heart pieces. Otherwise, like you would say, it's a pretty short hack. I read in like the PC Gamer review that, hang on, it takes about 2 to 3 hours casually, which sounds about right. Oh, I missed the input, my bad. So this is just a glitchless entry into this pot here, so I don't have to go upstairs and drop down. Again, missed the input, sorry. I haven't been able to get much sleep. There we go. So yeah, normally you just run around the top, run across some rafters, and then hop down into it from above. Didn't really lose much time over doing that in the end of the day. So there's a heart piece here. I don't have any bomb shoes yet, but these guys explode. Oh, I missed. So that was why I was doing the spin attack, because the rock blocks your attacks. It's alright, I'll come straight back here. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed when I was doing the setup to jump in the pot before, I was turning very, very slightly. That's using ESS position, if you've heard of like extended super slide position before, or ESS. Oh my god. Please be close enough. Thank you. And that's pretty much one of the main reasons why I'm playing this on Wii Virtual Console. While ESS position on Wii Virtual Console sucks, I do at least know what it is from playing that version. It's essentially the smallest distance input you can put. I'm just going to do a save. Before Link starts moving, but it still registers as something. So it's when you're turning on the spot in Ocarina of Time is the ESS range, which is very, very small. So I actually put my thumb next to the control stick to do it, rather than on it. There's just a web here I'm going to burn. Okay, and then we have another glitchless jump here. This one's quite precise. So forgive me if I don't talk. Alright, so that's why I did the safety save, because, oh no, you lose a lot of time there otherwise. So this is another glitchless technique for some reason. I just charged up the strength of my sword attack by doing a jump slash with the stick, which is like the maximum attack value for an attack. And for some reason, when you crouch stab with your shield out, it just uses the value of the last attack. So because you can do that by accident, it counts as glitchless, but you can do fast kills. Like you're meant to hit that thing a bunch of times. Alright, we just got a bottle. We need to get 2. 100% means we need everything on the item screen, so we don't need everything in the game, but we do need the bottles. So, blue fire melts red crystal rock things, and this switch is what we need to do to like uncurse everybody. And I'm just gonna skip the cutscene there. If you're an emulator, that'd be very, very fast. On VC, this takes essentially the same amount of time as the cutscene takes to play. But whatever. May as well show off what the run's supposed to be on emulator. Unfortunately, at the moment, the emulator rules kind of archaic, and they enforce Project 64 1.6 or 1.7 on Jabbo, which is like pretty much borderline impossible to do any kind of tech on, just because like it's so inconsistent and inaccurate. So everyone's still on Virtual Console. Alright, so I'm gonna go buy some bomb shoes now that I can actually talk to these people. This is indeed the original Green Mario. Well, no. Maybe? What? I missed the fucking stairs. Forest Mario? Green other Mario? Alright, pretty much speedrunner's favorite item, at least it's Child Link. But I will not be doing any hessing, as, if you're familiar with that, as, you know, I don't have an ESS adapter, so I wouldn't be able to steer. Oh my god. We're gonna go back to where those deck of scrubs were before that told us that 23 is number 1. You know, in case we forgot that 23 is number 1. It's very important to know. I also need to collect like a full inventory of deku nuts before I get to where the bunny hood is, which I'm also trying to get as fast as possible, because it'll make me go as fast as possible, and I won't have to worry about backwalking much. Oh god. Get away. Alright, so that was a very, very sculpted way of just not having to find a way to aim my bomb chew as I enter the room, basically. So one of the nice things about this hack is that you don't lose health when you void, so it makes it very fast to just get around in areas like this. just gonna go back to the door from before. And these guys also reload, so I immediately can farm for some more coconuts. Oh, I need a heart. I didn't realize I took damage. Oh my god, come on. RNG gods, why? Alright, so there's a cuckoo lady over there. She says something about needing to get a birth certificate for one of her cuckoos. I guess she needs to, like, prove she owns a chicken. I don't know. I don't really remember. I haven't read the text boxes in, like, 3 months? Alright, big rock here. Just gonna do that for later. And just gonna get one more thing out of the way while I'm here as well before I have the bunny hood. Just because it gets a little awkward trying to aim. But just gotta shoot into this hole with the one thing that shoots, which is our sword. That heart piece was really confusing. There's some more heart pieces we're running past at the moment. It's just faster to do them when we've got the bunny hood, which is honestly quite something in this hack. That was the last of the nuts we needed. And we're gonna speak to Sari again, so I'm just gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna find out a bit more about the temple and the boss that's in it. By the way, incidentally, I have heard people express, mainly in YouTube comments on the release video and things like that, the idea that it's not possible to get this game anymore. That's not true at all. What happened was the original GitHub site was taken down by Nintendo, like after about a week. But it's still got patches hosted on like normal mirrors. You can just search for it on Google. There's no good mirrors, but it's on romhacking.net if you're looking for it. And if you want to play on Wii VC, you'll have to use version 1.3 because version 1.4 has a bug with one of the heart pieces, and so you won't be able to do 100%. On emulator, the newest version is 2.0. There is a Tazzer at the moment working on a 100% Taz of this, where they don't get the bunny hood at all. I imagine they're hessing everywhere. Their entire route is like entirely different. It's going to be very interesting to see when it's done. Hello, McDonald's junkie. I've been eating a lot of McDonald's too. Are you Michael Jordan? Buy the other bottle that we needed. We only need to use the bottle once, so we don't actually need two. But casually you could pick up some fairies. Make the last boss fight a bit easier for yourself, because it is quite a doozy. Hello? Alright. This is where I get the bunny hood. And I am just going to fix my hips. You can jump straight to that vine, but it's really hard. And I missed it anyway. Fuck. Jumping with the bunny hood makes you go extremely fast. I know I've only worn it for like a second so far. It's just like insane, and it's like a really good idea to turn it to like take it off every time you jump off a ledge, but just for fun. This guy sells a very, very expensive piece of heart. And now we're gonna go use our bottle. Most of the music in this game is custom. Like, if you don't recognize the ones that weren't vanilla, that were vanilla at the start, well, other than the vanilla one at the start, sorry. It's because they've all been done by a big team of people who have been working on this. Hey, Sandshark. Thank you very much, my man. Oh, bumps for good luck. It's actually RNG manipulation. I mean, I'm sure you all know that Ocarina of Time is a very complex game. And sometimes the things that we do, they look like they're slow, but actually... I'm just going to get some nuts purely to deal with another heart piece coming up as well. And here we are at the ranch. So, we're not going to get a chance to look... Epona is actually here. But we're not going to look at her at all. But if you possess the ability to look past the edges of the screen, you just like look to the left. That's where Epona is, behind that fence. And take off her bunny ears, otherwise this woman like goes fucking crazy and shrieks at us. Because of course a bunny hood is terrifying, just like in the original. Oh, and I talked to her again. And like, you can grab a chicken to jump across here, but the bunny hood just does it anyway. Grab this heart piece over here. Oh, hi! Are you coming with me? Alright. This is very important RNG manipulation. That's RNG manipulation. And like, you really want to spam that bunny hood on for everything because you speed up in the transition animations and that changes your speed entering and exiting loading zones. So you see how fast he was running just then. And we'll go grab this heart piece that we left before. I don't know, something like that. I don't leave the house. This is all irrelevant to me. Oh fuck! No! God struck me down for being dismissive of herd immunity. I am in fact double vaccinated. Back here again. Grabbing this heart again. And back up shoes. And nuts. Oh my god. Just give me the nuts. So, a lot of little time save comes from like not having to like stop and pick up extras of those and stuff, which I would normally do. And 23 is number 1 again. And we will use our bottle on this little bugger thinger. So anyone that got trolled into thinking that you could plant beans in this game, yeah, you forgot that like heart piece. Sorry. Well, it's not really explained, if I remember correctly, except like in a book in the library. I mean, oh god, it's done like very well. Like, there's a little library here which has hints for everything if you are stuck, and you know there are hints for everything that you gotta do. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh my god. I was getting excited to show you something. But obviously, what you need to see is that 23 is number 1. You all need to remember, 23 is number 1. And that's how you don't get lost in the Lost Woods in this game. Alright? It's very important. You might think that 23 is 23, but no. That's how you remember the code. Why would that be strange? Yeah, and you can really see how everything is amplified with this ridiculous hack bunny hood, which is much faster than Majora's Mask one. And the actual bunny hood in Ocarina of Time doesn't change the speed value at all. Where'd you go? Oh, I just set you on fire. That's not what I want. Got you baited. Ran to where the chest was and there's still one alive. Yeah, so anything that's not vanilla is basically original. There's multiple composers and authors. There'll be credits at the end. Oops. Another thing where I can't actually quite see on the television that I'm using, unfortunately. Now we go where I just ran before. Alright, I have to slow down there. You might think I should just run forwards, but there is a great meme. So since you retain your speed through loading transitions, if you with the bunny hood and you roll, and you immediately put the bunny hood on and hold up, or you roll immediately, or immediately roll and put the bunny hood on, you will immediately wrong warp and go exactly back to where you were before. Oh yeah. Yeah, they are really cute. Thanks. Like, you're interrupting the transition with a new warp, but the game is still thinking that it's doing an old warp, right? So it just takes you to the wrong place. Over and over and over and over and over again. Alright, so we've got a few more heart pieces to get. Oh god, I missed my setup. So we don't have to go anywhere to get that one, it's just gonna come flying to me from over here. And we've got one last heart piece here before we've got them all. Oops. So like we skipped large sections of the game. Tons of text boxes and conversations. There's like a whole like game in there, and like there's like a race that you do use the bunny hood for. But wow! Because I am able to do the trick I'm about to do after I grab this heart piece, all that sort of becomes irrelevant because it unlocks a cuckoo to let you do these big jumps, and you carry it. It's not an item, so it's not part of 100%. So skipping having to do that was like a very obvious thing that people would want to do. So here we have our first like proper glitch trick in the run. Just make sure I'm standing close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mega flip. Put the hood back on. Ah! I got cocked. I was trying to skip climbing the vines because climbing vines is really slow. But now I'm gonna do the mega flip again. But I guess I can explain it while I'm doing it this time. So like with regular movement, basically normally you try to backwalk as much as possible because that's the fastest in a straight line. But you want to avoid like doing box shapes movement. I think I pressed down too early. Oh, I'm good. Oh my god, Link. Can you stop memeing? When you turn corners, rather than doing like lots of right angles from side hopping and back walking, which is fast, you really want to cut all your corners as much as possible and roll. And since the bunny hood is so ridiculously fast, it makes rolling like pretty much the main thing that you want to be doing. Complete optimal movement would be like passing everywhere using your bomb shoes, which I will grab some more of just to be safe. Hey Trip, thank you very much. It's good to see you, man. Why did I take the hood off? Oh! Did I just blow up my bomb shoe? Oh my god! I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the meme phrase, but it's a marathon. It was gonna happen. Did I miss? Oh my god. Oh, I did not miss. Wow. Just styling on him. Alright, so we need to get some more items than you normally would in 100%. So, because there's only one temple, the rules for this hack actually consider doing this temple to be essentially like doing a stage RTA, right? So, we actually need to get the boss key, the compass, and the map. And there are a lot of keys. But we will skip pretty much everything in the intended sequence. This room is pretty much how. So we'll start off by doing this little unintended lower the platform and stay up here thing. That shot you just need to like wait 1 or 2 seconds after targeting. Or 1 or 2 flashes, sorry. Faster than 1 or 2 seconds, more like a second. So now we can get in here with these up instead of down. There are police outside my house and they are very loud. I do not need these nuts. But I do need to get rid of these guys. Alright, let's concentrate on this. Police are actually really loud, oh my god. Guys, you made me forget to Z-target. Alright, that's a vine clip. So, oops. Went through the wall. I have a habit of pressing C buttons to move the camera since I play Mario. If you ever see me accidentally pull out an item. Literally, right? Like the worst possible moment. Like, I can do those unbuffered and it's like I could not think. Anyway. Make sure I talk to this guy. So the vine clip made me do the section that I'm supposed to do with all that stuff down. I am using literally every single pot. I don't need to do that. Now we have pretty much the most incredible glitch in the run. It's not allowed and glitchless at all. It's extremely ridiculous, complex speed tech for cool guys only. You see this fence? You can't do that in glitchless. No, no. What, are you crazy? So staying at full health through here is really handy for all those guys. I'm getting the boss key now. Sorry for not explaining the mega flip before. So I'm gonna start off by getting infinite sword glitch. Oops. If my brain will adjust to the real world timing of the game instead of my anxiety timing. There we go. It's frame perfect, but like everything is not frame time. Alright, so what ISG does in the sense of this trick is that I can't fall downwards if I'm high enough off the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was able to just get a little frame perfect, I think, or close to it. Oop. I'm so bad at using the stick in this game now. Too spoiled by emulators. I can't remember exactly where it is. There we go. Oh, I forgot to get rid of ISG. So yeah, I can't fall off this while I have ISG. And now I don't have it, and I can jump. So we're essentially doing the temple like entirely backwards, and we skipped like pretty much all of the downstairs stuff. That's because of this platform here. We were not meant to be able to like do that thing where we skipped all the switches and stuff. It's the same switch that controls that. That was a really bad jump. Alright, there's just a switch over here. You can either void out or jump across, it's all pretty much the same. I think it's a little slower, but... This guy, you won't kill him, so roll. Ow! Are you serious? Wait, no, this hut's on the other side. Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. You looked at me? Now, next big chest. And we have the map. See if I can do this little silly... Oh, I missed it. If you get in there with the right angle, you like get stuck to the ceiling and hover all the way down to the door, and it just looks really dumb. It doesn't save any time. Oops. And now we have a fight. I do not have my stick. Thankfully he's being incredibly nice. And I did not lose time over not having my stick. So like I said, we need like a ton of keys. Zelda? Who's that? I forgot that I got hit. I didn't even notice I got hit, to be honest. Too busy thinking about what to say. And now we get the special custom item that Kaze added to this game. And this room has a very complicated puzzle, which is meant to introduce you to the concept of this item. And I'm going to show you how to solve it, right? You ready? You get it? Alright, as soon as the textbook closes, press start. I'm just going to equip this, save, restart. And that's how you solve the puzzle. Don't worry about watching the cutscenes. Don't worry about pressing the switch. Don't worry about walking around. We're going back through. Because guess what? We are now exactly back to where we are, without having to do anything. Yeah. We use our new item. I'm at full health, so I can get away with this. It's a great puzzle, huh? Put a lot of effort into it to really introduce people to the mechanics of the game. Now, this fight is, like, horrible. This is pretty much the main reason why I was spamming all these extra nuts that I've been collecting. Oh, too far down on the hill. There you are. I don't know where you went. If you hit him with your sword, you gotta hit him again. Otherwise, you can just hit him with the fire. So, like, that's a huge part of where, like, time loss and stuff comes from in this run. It's like, this fight and that other one. You really have to get them fast. Oops. And we use our last key. Missed the jump. And we're in the boss room. Can't use the bunny hood anymore. But importantly, we can still use our special item, which essentially allows us to move back in time. It's like a hourglass. So I'm just gonna side hop to keep away from him here, and then use this and interrupt it as soon as possible to get control sooner, to make it easier to run all the way back instead of having to try and time it perfectly in the sequence, which I believe is supposed to be like the intended challenge. So I would still be like moving the whole time that blue stuff's on the screen if I didn't interrupt it, but because the hourglass is essentially a boomerang, we call it the timerang. You can just interrupt it like the boomerang. Oh, he always hits me there. Oh, I'm really slow. Oh god. That fucking backflip. Oh my god, I'm missing. Woo! Did you see that fucking backflip? Okay, timer stops when I enter the blue. Like, first frame I enter it and it goes into like the animation. There, the time stops. Oh! And yeah, that was the missing link 100%. There are end credits, so I'd like to let those play out because of so many people who contributed to this. If you do want to get this game, the newest version for emulators is 2.0. You can get that at romhacking.net and a few other places. You can also join the Missing Link Discord, or you could join the Nimpies Discord, which is now the Ocarina of Time ROM Hack Speedrunning Discord, and they'll direct you to the Missing Link Discord. You can also message me, and I can help you get set up. The 2.0 version does actually work on EverDrive, and it will work on Wii VC, but you would have to create your own WAD inject. So because that's not technically formal or something, I'm not sure how the current people who run the leaderboard view it, because they're not hacker emulator people, they're Ocarina of Time people. They don't see that as an official VC version. So I'm using an old version. If you play 2.0, you're going to see this game is absolutely beautiful, especially in high resolution. I would recommend using Project 64 2.4 or 3.0 if you want to play it casually. Or you could also use Parallel Launcher, I believe. Runs very well. I haven't tested it myself yet, but from what I heard Falco saying, the port screen is emulated correctly, which if you are a Ocarina of Time speedrunner, you'll know that like when I was pause buffering and doing those tricks and getting the perfect frames when I needed them and things like that, when you try to do that on most emulators, not only will the pause screen look like shit and not render things properly, but it has a delay because of the way that the frame rate changes on menus. So like Ocarina of Time's like file menu has like 60 FPS, pause screen menu is like 30 FPS, game's 20 FPS, and emulators pretty much universally just crap out doing that. I believe Parallel Launcher has solved that problem. Can't confirm yet, gotta do some testing from a speedrunner's perspective. But from a casual perspective, should mean that you'll be able to do mega flips and stuff like that a lot easier than you would otherwise. And I'm hoping that we can get a 2.0 WAD patch sorted out, because yeah, 1.3 was the last time there was a patch available, and obviously distributing a WAD is a bit different. That's like distributing a ROM, so we need a WAD patch. So thank you to all of these people. Thank you to everyone in Missing Link Discord, especially Truly Nan, Andy, God, whose names am I forgetting? Let me just open it. Cisco, Bruce Schenkel is working on the Taz, and thanks to like CDI Fails and Zell for staying in contact with us and helping us troubleshoot things. And thank you very much for letting me play a Zelda hack at a Mario Marathon. Have a good one. Thanks a lot.